Alright. This is part 12, in which we will cover the June 14th, 2005 releases. Starting with Arthur's Computer Adventure, with the release date of June 14th, 2005. Episodes on here are Arthur the Wrecker, which is actually listed as Arthur's Computer Adventure on the back cover, but it's from season 1. And in the season 2 episodes, Arthur versus the Piano and Arthur's Lucky Pencil. Now, the sponsors are Chuck E. Cheese's and Road 60-Second Cinnamon Rolls, and the bonus Dragon Tales episodes here are reused from a previous release. A Picture's Worth 1,000 Words and a Talent Pool. Previously reused on Arthur Goes to Hollywood, but updated with different stuff before the episodes begin. Now, for the DVD of Arthur's Computer Adventure, it'll start off with the 2005 Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo with the in-sync animation and the regular colors. And then a trailer for Stuart Little 3, which I know some people do not like Stuart Little 3 because of how animated it looks, compared to the first 2 Stuart Little films, which were live action. After that, though, there's a trailer for Bewitched, Guess Who, and the Swan Princess collection, and in the DVD menu, FBI anti-piracy warning, red warning and attention screens, the title sequence with the glass-breaking noises, and the start of Arthur the Wrecker. Now, the closing to the first part would have the last few seconds of Arthur's Lucky Pencil. Then we go to the Season 2 credits, but with the cookie jar logo zooming into the screen and the WGBH logo without the word Boston. And in the funding for Arthur's provided by Screen from 2001 to 2010. Chuck E. Cheese's opening door ad, Road 60-Second Cinnamon from 2003, Road 60-Second Cinnamon Rolls ad. And then the Dragon Tales portion immediately begins with the Kellogg Company ad in the yellow background. And in the 2003 Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Playdate ad, Season 1 funding credits of Dragon Tales and title sequence and the start of A Picture's Worth 1,000 Words. And the closing, we'll have the last few to the second half. We'll have the last few seconds of the episode, the talent pool, Season 1 online promo, and then the Dragon Tales end credits with the updated Sesame Workshop information, unlike on Arthur Goes to Hollywood, which had the CTW reference. And then it has the 2000 fully animated Sesame Workshop logo with green roof and the blue house, completely plastering the Children's Television Workshop logo. Whereas on Arthur Goes to Hollywood, the CTW logo is kept completely intact. Then the 1997 Columbia TriStar Television logo, and in the Kellogg Company ad with yellow background, and in the Kellogg's Fruit Loops Jungle ad, and in the Season 1 funding credits, 1999 PBS Kids Dot ident, where Dot runs up to the screen. Then we get to the 2005 Deluxe Digital Studios Grid logo, but this time with no byline at all, which will be used on all releases from June 14, 2005 to June 6th of 2006, and in the DVD menu. Now we go into DW Rides Again, another release from June 14, 2005, which contains 3 Season 1 episodes, DW Rides Again, Arthur's Cousin Catastrophe, and DW Flips. Now the sponsors would be Chuck E. Cheese's and Road 60-Second Cinnamon Rolls, and the bonus Dragon Tales episodes, this will be the very first release to contain Season 3 episodes of Dragon Tales as bonus episodes, which are the Season 3 episodes Sky Soccer and Making It Fun. This will be the first release to contain Season 3 episodes with Enrique. And the opening will start off with the DW Rides Again will start off with the 2005 Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo with in-sync animation and regular colors. The Stuart Little Free trailer, Bewitched trailer, Guess Who trailer, Swan Princess Collection trailer, DVD menu, FBI anti-piracy warning screen, red warning intention screens, the title sequence with the water splashing noises, and the start of DW Rides Again. Now, the closing to this first half will have the last few seconds of DW Flips, the Season 1 credits with the cookie jar logo zooming into the screen and WGBH logo without the word Boston, and the funding for ARFA is provided by Screen from 2001 to 2010, Chuck E. Cheese's opening door ad from 2003, just like with ARFA's Computer Adventure, and then the Road 60-second Cinnamon Rolls ad, and then we go immediately to the Kellogg Company ad with the yellow background, and a 2003 Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Playdate ad, and then we get the first appearance of the Season 3 funding credits of Dragon Tales, with the announcer saying, "This program was funded in part by a ready-to-learn, no child left behind grant from the U.S. Department of Education through the Public Broadcasting Service, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you." The grants in the Season 3 funding plug are completely centered on the screen, and it does not have the kids and thought bubbles. Then after that, the Dragon Tales title sequence, and the first few seconds of the episode Sky Soccer. And I forgot to mention that Season 3 funding of Dragon Tales looks very identical to the later Sesame Street funding, except that instead of Corporation for Public Broadcasting being shown on the same orange background as the U.S. Department of Education, it instead shows viewers like you on a red background with the girl's head shown without the thought bubble. Here's a trivia fact. Now, the closing to the second part of DW Rides Again will have the last few seconds of Making It Fun, the episode, not the song, the Season 3 online promo from 2005 with the same dark red letters as the Season 2 version, except with Kathleen Barr as Wheezy going, "To learn more about Dragon Tales, visit PBS Kids at pbskids.org. And then, of course, the end credits and 2000 fully animated Sesame Workshop logo with purple roof and the greenhouse. And then, for the first time ever, we get the 2002 Sony Pictures Television logo. And then the Kellogg Company commercial ad with the yellow background and the Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal Jungle ad. And then the Season 3 funding credits again. And then the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident or dot runs up to the screen. And 2005 Deluxe Digital Studios grid logo without the byline. And the DVD menu. Now, before we get into Arthur Gets Lost, let's go over a DVD that I do not have that was released on June 14th, 2005 as well. And that is DW the Picky Eater. With the episodes on that DVD being DW the Picky Eater, Buster and the Daredevil, and they are both Season 2 episodes, and Arthur and the Crunch Cereal Contest from Season 1. And the sponsors would obviously be Chuck E. Cheese's and Road 60-second Cinnamon Rolls. And as for the bonus Dragon Tales episodes for DW the Picky Eater that I don't have, I would imagine that DVD using the Season 2 episodes Cassie Catches Up and Very Berry. Now, basically, the opening will be like the other June 14th, 2005 releases, in that it'll have the 2005 Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo with the regular colors and in-sync animation, and previews for Stuart Little 3, Bewitched, Guess Who, and the Swan Princess Collection, DVD menu, FBI anti-piracy warning and red warning and attention screens. I believe the Arthur theme has the boing sound before the glass breaking noises on DW the Picky Eater. And then we go to the start of DW the Picky Eater, of course. And I believe the closing would have the last few seconds of the episode Arthur and the Crunch Cereal Contest for the first half. And then I believe it goes into the Season 2 credits with the cookie jar logo zooming into the screen, just like with Arthur's Computer Adventure. and the WGBH logo without the word Boston. And then I do know it would have the funding for offers provided by Screen from 2001 to 2010, and the Chuck E. Cheese's opening door ad from 2003, followed by the Rose 60-second cinnamon rolls ad, and then the Kellogg Company ad with the yellow background, 2003 Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Playdate ad, the season 2 funding credits of Dragon Tales, the title sequence, and the start of Cassie Catches Up. Now, the closing for the second half of the DVD of DW the Picky Eater that I don't have would have the last few seconds of Very Berry, the season 2 online bumper for Dragon Tales from 2001 to 2002, whereas the season 3 one was from 2005. The season 2 one's from 2001 to 2002, of course, and it has Ord saying the text. But it still has the dark red letters, of course. And then after the season 2 online promo on DW the Picky Eater, it'll go to the end credits and the fully animated Sesame Workshop logo with the purple roof and the greenhouse. But this time we get back to using the 1997 Columbia TriStar television logo afterwards. Then the Kellogg Company ad with the yellow background, Kellogg's Fruit Loops Jungle ad, and the season 3. Alright. After the 1997 Columbia TriStar television logo on DW the Picky Eater, let's see. I'm going to say the closing to DW the Picky Eater one more time. For the closing to DW the Picky Eater, it would have the last few seconds of the episode Very Berry. And in the season 2 online promo with the same dark red letters, but with Ord announcing the text from 2001 to 2002. And in the end credits, and in the fully animated Sesame Workshop logo with the purple roof and the green house. And then we go back to using the 1997 Columbia TriStar television logo, Kellogg Company ad with yellow background, Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal jungle ad, the season 2 funding credits, and the 1999 PBS Kids Dot ident, where Dot runs up to the screen, 2005 Deluxe Digital Studios grid logo without the byline, and DVD menu. And now we finally get to Arthur Gets Lost, with the release date of June 14, 2005, and it contains the season 2 episode Lost, which is called Arthur Gets Lost on the back cover, and the season 1 episodes Arthur Cleans Up and DW Gets Lost. And the sponsors would be Chuck E. Cheese's and Road 60-second cinnamon rolls, of course, with the bonus Dragon Tales episodes for Arthur Gets Lost being the season 2 episodes Nuck, Nuck, Who's Where, and Just Desserts. Now, the opening for Arthur Gets Lost will start off with the 2005 Sony Pictures Home Entertainment logo with in-sync animation in regular colors, the Stuart Little Free trailer, Bewitched trailer, Guess Who trailer, Swan Princess Collection trailer, DVD menu, FBI anti-piracy warning, red warning and attention screens, title sequence with the garbage cans clattering noises, and the start of the episode Lost. And the closing to the first part would have the last few seconds of DW Gets Lost. Season 1 credits with the cookie jar logo zooming into the screen and WGBH logo without the word Boston. Funding for offers provided by Screen from 2001 to 2010, of course. Chuck E. Cheese's opening door ad from 2003. Road 60-second cinnamon rolls ad from 2003. Kellogg Company ad with yellow background, but starts the Dragon Tales portion off. The Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Playdate ad from 2003. The season 2 funding credits, title sequence, and the start of Nuck Nuck Who's Where. Now the closing to the second half would have the last few seconds of Just Desserts, season 2 online promo from 2001 to 2002, and credits, the fully animated Sesame Workshop logo from 2000 with purple roof and green house, 1997 Columbia TriStar television logo, Kellogg Company ad with yellow background, Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal jungle ad, season 2 funding credits, and the 1999 PBS Kids Dot ident, where Dot runs up to the screen, 2005 Deluxe Digital Studios grid logo without the byline, and the DVD menu. Now that was all the June 14, 2005 releases I covered. And as for Arthur's Computer Adventure, that would be that will be the very last release with a season 1 episode with cell animation in the Dragon Tales portion, as well as the last with the green roof and blue house version of the fully animated Sesame Workshop logo as well. Anyway, that was all the June 14th, 2005 releases. Stay tuned for part 13, which will talk about the remainder of the 2005 releases, since there are only 2 releases from August 2nd, 2005, and 2 from November 1st. And we will talk about it in the second to last part.